Welcome back to Incompatibly Compatible. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Jenee.
And today we are doing something exciting.
Very exciting.
As everybody knows, the biggest launch of the beauty community in a long time came out. Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star Conspiracy Palette.
We literally watched this because Shane Dawson's my favorite YouTuber ever. We watch every series together. We watched this one and
Unless you watched it without me.
We literally were so fucking excited. I was so fucking excited to get this palette. Really quick story. I was at work using my work iPad, my phone, trying to get this palette. Literally, I kept getting in line for Morphe. I would get off of line by accident or I went whatever. It's a whole fucking thing. I was ready at 1 and I did not get it online. Then Stephanie here thought it was a good idea to check the Morphe store and they had it. So here they are.
They always have it. The store always has it. Just go to the store.
They always have it. They have it longer. They do sell out too though eventually. But usually it's a few days they'll have it. Here at least. I don't know how Morphe stores are everywhere.
I feel like nobody goes to the Morphe store.
Yeah, because it's kind of like a random place.
It's in the mall.
Yeah, but it's Long Island. I don't know. It's not like if this is LA where it's a million people.
James Charles opened that store.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was actually open for a few months before.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I was working at the Urban Outfitters next door when he was there, and it was ridiculous.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to test out and review the Conspiracy Palette along with doing our Halloween party makeup because we're going to a Halloween party tonight. So we wanted to test the palette out. Oh yeah, let's open it. Sure.
Let's start with just the packaging actually. So, because this is a review, we gotta be in depth here.
Yeah.
So the packaging is really nice. Honestly, not saying it in a negative way, but it kind of looks like a coffin to me. A little bit. Just the box and the fact that it's all black. But not in a bad way. It looks creepy, which is good. I like that.
There's something that says in the back, attention, cheese dust, sleep paralysis, food videos, my pills, Trisha, not a fact, flaming hot pigment are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. I have no idea what that means.
What?
Considering these are eyeshadows. I don't know.
Alright, well hopefully we don't. I think maybe it's because it might stain your eye area, but so does all.
Oh, I just realized the star is like a pinky.
I know, I saw that yesterday. But yeah, it's really nice. So that's just the palette. And then it has this little triangle metal piece in the middle. And
it's
then
what do you call this? Like a trunk?
Oh yeah, like a trunk
situation to open it?
They retail $52, and you probably know that already. So then you have a mirror, which I love. I hate when palettes don't have mirrors, because sometimes if you want to do it, you want to be able to look, you know?
I use mine already. I try to be delicate because I don't want to ruin the little stamps.
But I just want to show you. So these are really good. So if you're probably familiar with this palette already, but if you're familiar with Jeffree Star's palettes, you would know that this is his usual stamp.
His logo.
His logo stamp in the powders. But as you can see, Shane has a bunch of his own custom ones, which I really like. I really like that Jeffree really let him make the palette his own and didn't just have him pick colors and then make it look like a regular Jeffree Star palette. You could definitely tell that this is
gave him
Shane's palette. Yeah. And I think that honestly, just going on a rant, so I really like this series. Not only did it make me really want to buy the palette because I just love Shane Dawson and whatever, but I really wanted to buy it because I don't know why, but watching Jeffree and Shane's friendship was really awesome to me. You could just tell that Jeffree is the kind of person who just wants to see their friends be amazing. He's not trying to be better than them or be richer than them. He wants his friends to all be successful. And I really liked seeing him so excited, genuinely excited for Shane. I thought that was I don't know, I just really liked watching that. It just shows how genuine he is, you know? Because, Jeffree's been in so much drama, but I feel like people make mistakes, people come back, and you can tell that he's a genuinely good person. I think that series showed it. I'm really excited to try this palette.
Yeah, so we're gonna get started on the makeup, and it's kind of a get ready with me, test it out, see how the shadows work, how we like it, and stuff.
I'll let you know. We're doing Halloween looks, so I'm probably not going to use the neutral one, so we'll actually get to dip into the fun colors, you know? And this is actually the first time I'm ever trying anything by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So this is reviewing this and then also just reviewing Jeffree Star's eyeshadows in general. It's a first impression, a serious first impression, which is good. And neither has she. She's never tried the eyeshadows before, so I'm totally unbiased right now.
But
yeah.
Alright, I'm going to zoom in a little bit and we are going to do our makeup. We'll be back.
We also wanted to show you guys, talk about our backgrounds.
It's already zoomed in.
But you saw it just now. Stephanie made those signs for us because we thought our old background was ugly. So this is our first attempt. We'll probably have to switch it up, add some more, but you like it? Let us know. Just for you, Shady. I'm gonna start with my face just because I want to bake and I like to do my eyes while I'm baking. So ignore me for a minute while I do it, but I'll tell you what I use, I guess.
I always do my eyes first just because I don't know, I just like to.
I'll do my eyes first if I'm not planning on baking. I just like to, like, you know, bake while I do my
Always
eyes.
gotta moisturize.
Yeah, so I use the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion.
I'm using Murad Hydrodynamic Ultimate Moisture. I got that in my Ipsy Glam bag. It's very good.
I'm actually lying. I'm not doing my foundation first. I always do my brows first.
Oh yeah, true.
Going for like more of like a this, you could see, type of colorful skull. So I'm gonna try to make a really colorful eye look. What I use to do my brows while Stephanie's going to find her brow pencil is I use my Jaclyn Hill palette and I use the color Central Park, the brown one. I use a Morphe M158 brush. This is our first like beauty video.
I've been using this brow stylist definer pencil by L'Oreal to do my brows.
Let us know if you guys like the beauty videos because we both love makeup and stuff. I mean, we did that SFX makeup, but that's not really like a beauty video. It's more like a Halloween makeup look. But let us know if you guys like makeup looks. We want to make our channel everything we enjoy doing.
I don't think we have a specific like thing for it.
But not for nothing, I don't think that anybody does anymore because I see beauty gurus doing like the challenges we've done too. So I feel like everyone just like does everything. It's just fun, you know? If you don't want to watch a certain type of video, guess what? You don't have to. But you could stay subscribed and watch the videos you do want to watch, you know? Going back in detail about the launch of this palette, Stephanie knows this, I have been like exclaiming about how much I wanted this palette since it came out. I personally think I would have bought it whether the series came out or not, just because I love Shane Dawson so much. Like, he's my favorite YouTuber. But seeing the series made me want it like even more, like made me feel like I had to, because I feel like we watched them like, I don't know, it was just a very like emotional thing for some reason. Like I just feel like Shane is such a good person, and like it kind of made me upset when he would talk about how he was getting kind of like screwed over by his merch people, and like he wasn't getting the money he was supposed to get. Because like you really do see all these YouTubers who don't put half as much time into the quality of their videos making millions, and if he really wasn't, and that's crazy because he really puts a lot of effort into his content, and I think that he deserves to be one of the highest paid YouTubers, if anything.
Kind of weird considering his following, like how much people like how many subscribers he has and how long he has been on YouTube. Like you would think that he would
be making like the most.
Yeah.
But he isn't.
I mean, it's not all about money, but like it's weird
not.
to think that he really wasn't like doing as well as a lot of other YouTubers are, you know.
And what makes it worse, I feel like, is just that like look at the quality of his stuff, and he puts it on a free platform for people to see for free. I think that he should be getting paid a lot more than somebody who lives just to create drama and makes like fucking barely edited videos. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like, I mean, they can do their thing too, but like I just feel bad that if he really wasn't making what he was, which is why I also really like the series, because and why I really like respect Jeffree a lot, because he is trying to help him get what he deserves, which is really cute, I think.
I'm gonna start using the Shane Dawson palette. I'm gonna start with the neutrals just to get a base on, but then I'm gonna go in more of the exciting colors. So I'm gonna go with My Pills and Tiny Con.
Long story short, Stephanie ended up going to the store after work. She got out of work before me. She got them for us.
Yeah, I got there and there was like a line, and I understand why. Like there was a line outside the door, and like obviously I get that, but this particular Morphe store, there was nobody in the store. Like there was barely anybody online. There was like 3 people in the store. They would let you in the store if you weren't buying the product and you were just shopping around, but they made you wait on the line if you were buying this collab.
Which is so weird to me, because like who's to say that you're not going to go in there? Especially if someone's not going for the palette. What if they just didn't know about it and you went in there and you're like, oh, that's nice palette, let me get that. They're going to make you get out of the store and wait online, or they're going to let you buy it. Like, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like weird. But like I would understand if there was like crowds of people like there were in other stores. Yeah. But this one, there's nobody there. So I'm like, why are you doing this to us?
Yeah, because like the Morphe, like I said, I don't know about every Morphe store, but here, we live in New York, but we live on Long Island, so like, if it was a Morphe store like in New York City, I think it would probably be like
crazy
packed. But since it's like Long Island, which it's not a small area, but it's like it's smaller. How would you explain it? Like it's not a popular place to live.
Okay, if you look at the state of New York, there's a little tiny tail, and that's where we live.
And it's not. I don't know. It's just like it's not the kind of area where it would be like, I don't know, where it would be crazy.
But that's not true, because when James opened it, there was 1 million people there.
Well, that's meeting him. I'm just talking about like
yes,
as far as just buying something. Even when the James Charles palette was there, it took days for it to sell out. But even she was like, "But if you can come today, because I don't know like how long we're gonna have it." Alright, I guess I'll do my eyes now, even though I usually do my foundation first. I could still bake in this.
I'm going in with Not a Fact, and I'm going to put it on the inner corner and the outer corner.
I know I for sure want to use food videos, that bright yellow, in my inner corner. That's like the color I was most excited about. I love
my favorite color is Trish.
I
also like What's the Tea, that one's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm definitely using Trisha. I'm probably gonna use Flaming Hot. I want to use a bunch of colors just because my skull makeup is colorful.
I'm a pirate, but like I'm gonna be a pirate that's been through it, you know?
Like a dead one?
No, I decided not to make her dead. Maybe she just went to battle. Another pirate.
I'm gonna start with the color Tanacon, which is the light brown color, just as like a blending color, transition color, if you will. And I'm using the Morphe M518 brush. There's a lot of fallout on the palette, I will say. Just dipping into the Tanacon color, there's a lot of fallout. But that's kind of like, to me, fallout isn't that big of a problem. It just means you have to be a little bit gentler. And I feel like usually when there's a lot of fallout, it means that the colors are really pigmented, so
they're very
you kind of have to
soft
just deal with
shadows.
it sometimes. Yeah.
That's why I like to do my eyes first, though, because I just kind of assume that's gonna happen. It's not like a make or break.
Yeah, it's not a make or break for me. Some people like really don't like that, but
if there's like too much of it, then yeah. But this is like not that bad. I'm going in with a Morphe M562 brush, and I'm gonna like halo my eye a little bit.
I like when like this color, my transition color, is like very close to my skin tone. I just feel like it makes the eyeshadows go on better. The only color that I don't know if I'm going to use very much is Ranch.
No, I'm going to use Ranch. Are you freaking kidding me?
Because you're white and it's going crazy right now. If I use that as a brow bone highlight, like I could probably use it like today, or on like an everyday. I feel like it would be way too like harsh and bright against my skin tone. But I would use it like in my inner corner probably. And my pills, I don't know how well that's gonna transition onto me, but we'll see. My skin tone, the thing with my skin tone is that I can use a lot of different colors. Like I could use pretty light colors, but I could also use like, you know, I don't know, like my skin is like right in the middle, you know, so like a medium skin tone. So a lot of colors work on me, but there are a very few amount that do not work. And I don't know if my pills will work on me too well, but we will definitely try it one day, not today though.
I don't like this eyebrow color. They were out of my shade, so I went a color lighter and I don't like it.
Alright, I'm going to take the color Cheese Dust, which is the orangey color with the pig on it, with the same brush. I'm just going to see how it looks.
Oh my gosh, yesterday we went to Eastern State Penitentiary and we were at this restaurant just like eating. Not at the Eastern State, but we were just in Philly. And there was this guy and he walked by and he had the pig backpack. And I was like, Jenee, look!
Oh my god, I want the pig backpack so bad. The black one though. So I'm just gonna put that color like over that transition color, kind of lightly, and I'm just gonna bring it like like right here, like really close into my nose, like almost on the side of my nose.
I'm taking my pills and just putting it on the top of my halo because I don't like when I have too dark of colors close to my eyebrow because I have very hooded lids, so you don't really see a lot of my lid. So I like to just keep it chill up there, you know?
I'll say that using Jeffree Star eyeshadow for the first time, they do so far blend really nicely. It's not hard to blend this. Like it blends it very, very easily, which I like because I really don't like sitting here for 20 minutes trying to blend an eyeshadow. It really
Yeah, me too. I'm like, I have no patience for that.
I think I'm gonna use probably the orange, the red, and the pink, and maybe the deep, like reddish one, and then finish it off with the food videos. I don't know.
I will say, Not a Fact is a color that is very complementary to my eye color, so I love shades like this.
Yeah.
So I would probably use this a lot.
I would use that too. I usually use like pinks and reds
Yeah, me too.
a lot, so. Warm tones look better on me than cool tones. I don't ever really use cool tones, so I don't know how much I'm gonna use. These are all pretty good. I don't know how much I don't know. I also don't really like to use green, so I don't know how much I'm gonna use the greens.
I'm using the green today.
That light blue, I don't know how much I'm gonna use that, honestly.
The light blue is really pretty though.
I know, but
I put it on my bottom lid yesterday.
blues on me just don't do me, like don't look good on me.
I know, I don't really like them either. They're not horrible, but I'm not crazy about them.
I'll say that the majority of the palette I will use. I'll use the greens here and there, but they won't be like something I go for. But that's what I like about this palette, is that it has colors that you would go for a lot, that you can, like the whole top row you can do
It's very usable.
a neutral palette, a neutral look, but then you also have colors that maybe you won't use as much, which is fine. That just makes it unique, that you could pull it out when you want a bright yellow color, or pull
I
it
know.
out when you want like an orange, you know what I mean?
You know what bothers me the most about this entire thing? There was a fire super hot fire green shade. That one of, I guess, Jeffree's workers was like, I would never use that. I'm like, okay, but I would.
I'm so mad. I don't even like greens, but I would have used that green.
That green was so freaking
I'm
beautiful.
so mad. I would have used that right now.
Me too. Oh my god. Well, maybe not. But I really liked that shade.
I can't believe that he didn't. If he didn't put it in this palette, fine. I can't believe they didn't at least put it in the mini controversy. That's kind of annoying. Shane, no offense. And no offense to the girl, but like, why would you not use that?
There's a lot of people who are like upset with that too.
Really upset. Like, I was waiting for the reveal to see if they were gonna put it. Like, I even tweeted about it actually.
I didn't think they were. As soon as she said that, I was like, he's not putting it in.
But then like somebody posted that picture, insert it somewhere.
Okay.
And
this picture.
He responded on Twitter saying LOL. So I thought that he like was like LOL. I actually did put it in, but he didn't want to say it, but he didn't.
Okay, here's another thing. I think everybody knew that this was going to be a huge launch and he was going to sell out rather quickly. And all these people, I understand it sucks, like people wait online for like hours just to get something. But like, also that's your decision. But like,
that's your decision.
You had to have known that this was going to happen. And regardless of if Jeffree's team or Shopify's team or Morphe's team, whoever you're shopping from, if you're having that abundance of people on a website, it's going to crash. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you like. It doesn't matter how good technologies these days. Like, it's gonna crash. There's millions of people on a website. Like,
yeah.
So the fact that people were like upset with that, I was like, dude, you had to have realized that was gonna happen. I was like, come on.
Yeah, I was like wondering when people are upset. Like, first of all, yeah, it was not their fault. But like, if you have 1 million people going on the same website at one time, like, what the hell do you think is gonna happen? If you have 2 people on Wi-Fi, your Wi-Fi goes slow. Imagine having 1 million people at once going on one website. Jeffree said that there were millions of people on the website before it even launched, to the point where it made launching the stuff hard, and they didn't even have everything on the website at first because
mini controversy didn't go live until hours after.
Alright, so I'm gonna take Flaming Hot, which is the red color, and I'm gonna use the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush in JH34. And I'm just gonna put that on I'm gonna concentrate it on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna blend it in. When I'm done, when I get the pigment that I want, I actually might use a different color.
I don't know how well you can see this, but here we are so far. I'm gonna take Illuminati, and I'm gonna put that on the center of my lid with this brush that has no name because it's not really any brand specifically. I'm like gently going around the side of the stamps.
Me too.
I really don't want to ruin them. I'm gonna be doing a lot of back and forth between the colors that I'm using. I always love applying these type of shadows on my finger because I think it does the best.
This Cheese Dust and Flaming Hot together make my eyes look like a Flaming Hot Cheeto Day.
When I saw the Trisha eyeshadow at first, I didn't even know what word to use, but I was so in love because that's like my favorite color. I wish I had like a white base because I feel like they're not going on super pigmented right now. That's because I also didn't put anything really down. That's kind of like my fault, but you could definitely feel that they have some pigment to them. And they blend just like so nicely. I'm very happy with the way they blend. Okay, so I like to dip my brush in some sort of like liquid. Like a lot of people spray the brush with Fix Plus, but like I don't got Fix Plus type of money. So I'm just taking these eye drops from CVS. I dip my brush in that, and then I'm gonna dip the brush into the shadow and make it even more pigmented. Why don't you just use your setting spray? Because that's a waste of my setting spray. Do you understand? I have to save my money. 1 second setting spray. If I do it every day, yeah, it's gonna waste my setting spray. So chill with the attitude, or I'll fucking yell at you. Where's the attitude? I'm literally answering your. Tell me if you guys hear an attitude.
Like this video if you think I don't have an attitude.
Well, I don't know why you think that you don't give attitude. You have the most attitude ever. And it's like you don't even try, it just naturally comes.
But that's the problem, because I'm not giving attitude naturally, but everybody thinks it is.
Well, it is a natural attitude. You just have a natural attitude. You are giving attitude. Maybe you don't think you do, but you are.
Well, I'm not trying.
Alright, I'm taking the ColourPop concealer. I'm not gonna do a cut crease, but I'm going to put it over my lid just so I have like a light base to put the rest of my shadows on.
I want to make the inner corners a little darker and the inner and outer corner a little darker, so I'm gonna take my rides here and gently put that in there. I'm gonna go into Conspiracy and put that like in the middle of Illuminati.
Right, so I'm gonna take this brush.
Oh jeez.
I think I'm gonna see how this brush works from here now. Hey Trisha, I'm gonna put it like right on the outer corner where my concealer just put in. I am going to take a break from the eyes for a second, and I'm gonna start doing my face because more of the shadow
I'm gonna put on my face, but it needs to be on first.
This pink Trisha color reminds me of Don't Know Her in the Jeffree Star and Morphe palette, but like on crack. Amazing. A lot better. No offense.
Did you use it? I'm gonna say super hot fire. I'm using the Elf primer.
That Morphe and Jeffree Star palette is actually one of my favorite palettes too. But I'm just saying, this one just goes on so much harder. There's such like a nice shimmer to it. And honestly, I just put that over that concealer base and I could already tell that the colors are popping more, so I should have put a better base on, honestly.
I'm gonna take this MAC Studio Fix Fluid foundation in the shade C35. I'm gonna put it on my face.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put that on the middle of my lid. Take the same brush and I'm gonna use the color pigment and I'm gonna put it on the inner, not on the inner corner, but like on the inner portion of my eye. We're gonna leave the inner corner for the food videos.
Using my Real Techniques sponge, and I'm gonna tap this in.
I like the way these shadows blend. I will give them that. Like, I really like them.
Well, I'm pretty sure, like, hasn't he said that? He was like, I've perfected eyeshadow.
Oh yeah. I really want to try. I've been wanting to try a lot of Jeffree Star products. I just don't, because
money.
The thing is that they're not expensive. Like on the
they're not expensive
makeup,
for what goes into it and what
for
they are.
makeup. They're not expensive, but I just can't afford it. But they're actually really good price, especially for the quality it seems and the packaging.
After hearing Jeffree talk about what other brands, like how they make, what they use to make the products and what they bump the price up to compared to what he does, I'm like, wow.
But first of all, I have taken a lot of business classes in life, so I already knew that the fucking markup for this shit was probably crazy.
Oh, of course. The markup for everything is crazy.
Yeah, like literally, if you go to Zara or like Forever 21, you're literally paying like $50 for a shirt that costs like 72 cents to make. It's ridiculous. So I can see that obviously that's with makeup too. Even like what I've been researching like how to make makeup, and I've been looking at prices, and like you could even tell by just looking at the prices of these like pigments and compounds to make the makeup, you could tell that it's not a lot. So they're charging so much. And you could also tell, like if you put a Jeffree Star palette, no shade to Morphe because I like Morphe, and Morphe actually charges good prices, so they're not.
Hold on, I'm using my Morphe concealer in the shade C125.
Morphe's like one of those brands that actually charges what they should be charging. Because at some point they do need to make a profit, so obviously they're going to mark it up like a little bit. I feel like Morphe's prices are the most realistic, but if you put like a Morphe palette to like a Jeffree Star, you could see the difference in packaging. So the fact that Jeffree Star's palette is not that much more expensive than Morphe just shows really how affordable he is making it when he could make it a lot more.
He could make it so much more.
And then if you put like an Anastasia palette or like a Too Faced palette, like they don't even touch the quality of like just the packaging of Jeffree's, and his palettes are what, maybe like $10 more than those, which is crazy to me.
Jeffree Star fascinates me because I've known who he was since I was in like middle school, because he used to do the whole music thing. My friend's brother was like obsessed with him at that moment in time, so I always like knew his name and like knew who he was, but I never really paid much attention. And then like when he started coming out with his beauty stuff, I was like, what about the same Jeffree? Like, I'm like, what are we talking about here? He just had such an interesting career.
Making not a fact on the same Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. I'm just putting it on the outer corner just to like deepen it up a little bit.
I'm gonna use this Ben Nye powder and use it to bake. I'm going to use a different powder to like powder my face because it's just a little darker and I want to darken up my face because my foundation is a little light. I think, oh maybe not this one, but we're gonna do it. I'm using the Fit Me loose finishing powder in the shade 15. I bought this like for the use of like baking and stuff, and then I like, realized like how dark it was. I was like, it's not gonna work. I'm going to go in with Jeffree's like Enemy.
Oh, how dare you?
I know, I'm so sorry. Don't kill me, Jeffree.
What? I was nervous to use a James Charles.
Well, I mean, whatever. Like, I don't buy, except for this thing. And like, Jaclyn Hill, I'll do it for you, but I don't really buy products because of the person. I buy it because, actually, I got this at TJ Maxx, so she's really not making any profit out of it.
I actually used to really like Kat Von D's makeup, I'm not gonna lie.
I like Kat Von D's lipsticks. That's really all I use by her, aside from this Shade and Light palette. And I don't even use this very often. I'm just using it because I want a very dark contour.
I'm using this Thank Me Later Elizabeth Mott primer that I got in my Ipsy bag. And I'm using a beauty blender, obviously. This is the Real Techniques one. And I'm using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic foundation. in the color Casablanca, but this is too dark and way too orange for me. I'm probably gonna look like an orange, but I'm going to make it look better, I promise. But the foundation is good, just the color on me is terrible because it's like, it was too orange for even when I was tanner in the summer, so.
Oh, I know which one you're talking. Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
That is not your shade. Using my Jaclyn Hill Becca Cosmetics face palette, I think it's called. Has like the 3 blushes and Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop. That was something that like freaking broke the beauty community. She was like the first like huge collab, I feel like. I'm gonna go back in with the shadows because I'm gonna start doing the, I'm kind of gonna like drag it down, I guess. We're just gonna see how it plays out.
Yeah. Alright, concealer. I'm using the Juvia's Place concealer, color 16. This is more like my concealer. It's like a white on my skin tone. This foundation doesn't look actually terrible right now. I don't know why, but it definitely is not my color. I usually contour, but I don't think I'm going to contour today just because my skull is going to cover it. Well, maybe I'll contour my forehead, but not my cheeks.
I look like a clown doing this. I wish I had gems. Do you have gems?
No, I wish I had gems too. Alright, so I'm going to...
Actually, I might have some of my art supplies.
I'm just going to contour my forehead and my nose a little bit. I'm taking the ColourPop concealer in the color Dark 54, which is a little bit too dark of a contour for me, but I just use a little bit and I just blend it out.
Alright, I'm actually going to take Ranch, and I'm going to put it in the corner of my eye. I like Ranch because it's so bright. And I'm always looking for like that bright, like really nice, like white, bright color. I mean, it kind of looks a little bluish in like reflection, but maybe it's just the red one. And I'm putting this under my brow bone as well. I'm going to experiment here. I'm taking Flaming Hot. This color is all super hot fire. Super hot fire. And I'm going to put that.
She has said that 45 times in this video.
I like saying that.
Every color is super hot fire. Pretty much.
It is. We're just playing around.
Honestly.
I'm doing a little bit of wing liner on the corner, but I'm just leaving it on the corner because my eyes are so tiny. The entire liner blocks all the shadow, so I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to do the outer corner. Wow, that color is really super bright.
I'm just going to take a little bit of my rides here on a Morphe M562 brush. Deepen this up a little bit. Okay. I hate black eyeshadow because I feel like a lot of the times it's not done right and you can't blend it for shit. This black eyeshadow is actually like really, really easy to blend, which is really, really hard to do.
I'm curling my lashes and I'm going to apply some mascara.
And I'm going to put the Food Videos color in my inner corner. I wish I had a white base again now because this is really not showing up. This shadow I can tell is going to disappear in like before I'm done with this look. I'm going to try to use spray it a little bit. I mean, it's there, but it's not as bright as I thought it was going to be, I'm not going to lie. I wanted it to be like bright.
Yellows are hard.
They are. But again, like maybe if I had a white base. Like maybe like a white mixed jumbo stick.
I have one of those.
That I could just put right there in the corner. It would probably work better. But I already put it on now, so. Yeah, this color is a little disappointing a little bit. But I can't say I don't like it until I try it with a white base, so I'm willing to give it some more chances. I'm going to take Illuminati and put it on my lower lash line.
I don't really do false lashes. I don't have the patience all the time. So you're not going to see that from me too.
I'm just taking the Trisha color, I'm putting it underneath Illuminati and I'm winging it out to connect to my other thing.
I'm just going to do like little cuts here and there. Nothing crazy.
We're going to now put on some eyeliner. I'm using this Ipsy and Betty Boop eyeliner. I really like it because the brush, the felt tip is really fine.
I'm using some toilet paper and liquid latex. I'm going to put it on my face.
I'm going to take my rides here one more time and just set my liner because we're going to be out. I'm going to have some drinks and I'm going to sweat. I don't want my eyeliner. I'm happy that this is the first palette I've tried from Jeffree Star. Definitely going to be trying more because I really want to try the Jawbreaker. Oh, I'm going to be using this brush.
Jawbreaker looks really pretty.
Yeah. The shadow's going on a little better with this one, the yellow one. This is the Morphe M124 brush.
True. Sometimes the brush has an effect on the shadow.
I mean, I could tell with this brush if I were to put down, like I've been saying, a white base and use this brush, it probably would look like crazy. This is like one of my favorite colors actually. I'm going to do Ranch, I guess. And I'm going to put it on my brow bone. I just put a little bit of this Ofra highlighter. Ofra Madison Miller highlighter in Moon Dance in my inner corner to brighten my eyes up a little bit over the yellow. And then I'm just going to put on some black liner on my waterline. And that will complete my eyes. The eyeliner that I use is Wet n Wild. Actually, I have to do mascara. I was going to do lashes, but I don't want to. I'm going to use this Thrive Cosmetics mascara that I got in my Ipsy bag as my mascara. I will never use another mascara and like it as much as this. This is literally my favorite mascara in the world, and I'm going to buy it full size when I run out.
Using this Flash palette, which is not Makeup Forever, but it's a knockoff of Makeup Forever that I found on Wish once.
Let me start with my skull. I don't think the skull should take that long, but I will say I'm just gonna give my final review on the on the palette because I don't think I'm gonna use it anymore. But I used, out of the 18 shades, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them, and I can't say anything bad about them. I really like them.
I really want to try Just a Theory. That color looks really pretty.
Yeah, they blend out really nice. The pigment's there. I think that I really like it, and I definitely want to try some more Jeffree Star cosmetic things. But going on to the skull. But I'm going to use the James Charles Morphe palette for my skull because
Going in with some blood.
It's rainbow.
I'm actually going to go back into the Conspiracy Palette. I'm going to use this Diet Root Beer. I'm going to try to dirty around my face a little bit.
I'm going to start with my eye, and I'm going to use the Suva Beauty Hydra Effects liner.
I'm kind of just going to dirty my face a little bit everywhere because, you know, I've been through hell and back. I want to look dirty. When you use this palette, just gently pat into it because it is lots of kickback. Take a little bit of my rides here too. Very gently.
While I let this dry, I'm going to start with my rest of my face. I hope that I won't fuck this up. I'm getting inspired by like 2 different pictures right now. So I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of both.
Alright, I'm going to put on this lip balm, Mojito lip balm. I'm going to use a BH Cosmetics liquid lipstick, and those can get kind of drying. But I like to do that with most liquid lipsticks. A lot of them, like the Anastasia Beverly Hills ones, they're so drying. So this color is, I don't know, it fell off, but this is a really pretty color that I bought more than once because I do like it a lot, and I use it a lot all the time. The battery's dying, so we're going to finish our makeup off camera, and then, because we're kind of done using the Conspiracy Palette, we'll give our final thoughts. We'll go into our costumes, and we'll do a little outro for you guys. So we'll be back. Okay guys, so this is our final looks using the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson Conspiracy Theory palette.
I have a skull. It didn't come out exactly the way that I wanted to, but whatever. But I think overall, oh, she's a pirate.
Oh yes, I am a pirate that has been through some ish.
Overall, like I said, I used 10 out of the 18 shades today, just for my eyes. And I really like it. This is my first time trying anything Jeffree Star, and I really like the eyeshadow formula on his part. I think it blends really nicely. The colors are pigmented, and I like Shane's colors. I think his color story is like very wearable. Like you can do a lot of different things with it. So that's what I like with a palette. If I'm gonna spend money on a palette, because I never do, I have to be able to wear it every day.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
me too.
Want to grab for it.
Because if I just have a palette that has it's like, you know, cool colors, but not like, I like to do all my makeup, like all my eye makeup with using one palette. I don't like to have to grab different palettes. Like I just want to be able to do it with one and get it done.
Yeah.
And this does that for you, so.
This kind of palette, it's like, it has the rainbow. You could do it if you want, but it also has like regular color, like neutrals. It's just really good. It's good. Buy it.
It's so good.
You can't buy it because it's sold out, but you buy it when they restock.
Yeah, we recommend.
Buy it on the black market.
Great job to Shane. Congratulations on the success. And we love your documentary style YouTube videos, so keep them coming.
And let us know how you feel about this background.
Yeah. And the palette.
We're going to use it anyway, so you could say if you don't like it, doesn't matter.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit your notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload.
This is the thing that I do every day.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us if you have. We know we're not like crazy popular or anything, but we enjoy making these videos. So thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
Let us know what you were for Halloween. Don't forget.
Goodbye. Bye.